Made me break out my skull.
This special guest live, and y'all know we gonna be talking about freestyle.
You drive me crazy, shorty. I need to see you and feel the next to me.
Hey, Daddy in the house.
I see it.
Hope y'all gonna feel it today. Special Friday. Hey,
it's easy to love me now.
You gotta love me now.
You love me when I was down.
It's out.
You still
have love for me, baby. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
You love
You
me when I
ready to get
was
it in
down.
today?
And out, but you still
Hey, I'm gonna let y'all hear a little bit of
love
this
me.
talk.
If I fell off tomorrow, would you still love me? If I didn't smell
Smells
good,
so good. Would you still hug me?
Oh, really?
Can I count on you to be there to support me
Mike's
mentally?
riding. I
If I
see
went
Mike.
back to a roof from my bed, would you poof and disappear?
Hey,
Like
let's
some of
get
my
ready.
friends, if I was sick and I was hurt, would you be by my side? If it was time to
Family. It is a family affair up in the house today. As you guys know, I'm Nick.
I'm Mike Troops. What it do?
Military Brothers talking sports, and it is special guest Friday. And you always know we have to give acknowledgments to the queens first. Welcome, Miss Riri.
Thank y'all, fellas, for letting me join y'all for a rap attack. How about that?
Yeah, we know, it's nothing like. Look. Suave there with a little bit Hollywood cold up in the house.
Know it, baby.
What's going
What's
on?
good, family? What's good with you?
Feel, baby.
How was everyone's Friday?
Hey,
it's been pretty good today.
all right.
Good.
I'm in
Sun shining. I
It's
mean,
all good though.
Mike,
Yeah.
how was your Friday, my brother?
It was good, man. You know, school's almost out. I got about another week left, and I'm gonna be on summer vacation.
Okay.
okay.
Mike, my brother, how about you?
Man, I'm good, man. Sometimes when you're in recovery, what someone else is going through will make your recovery all the more better, man. So, they say admittance is the first step.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful.
First step. I was waiting for Riri to take the first step, so I'll take the second one. Once them Celtics went down,
Boy, there you go.
Then my boys went down, them Knicks, and I was like, oh. And then that
You couldn't wait for the Lakers to go down, right?
Yeah.
What you chose?
I stayed up all night waiting on that to go down.
Hey, man, I'm good, man. As y'all can see, I'm in traffic. Got caught finally in a 5 o'clock flow. Look like it's a wreck up above. If I can't go around it, I'm going to go through it. But it's all
Good
good.
old
Friday.
Columbia SC traffic.
And you know this. Got a little Gatorade. Excuse me, I ain't say haterade. I meant Gatorade. Little drink.
Well, hey, Mike, I got all y'all beat. Want to know why?
Why?
Because y'all didn't even make the playoffs?
Hey, first of all, Charlotte was already out. We just made room for all of y'all to come join us on this boat, baby.
Yo, how you gonna make room for something?
Hey, all y'all on this boat, baby.
Nah,
They had the snacks waiting for us. They had the snacks waiting
No,
for
they
us
should
on
have.
the couch.
No, they've been out there long
need
enough.
to
They should have had a dinner waiting for us,
Hey,
not
you-
snacks. They
Right.
needed a whole
Right.
meal for us.
Hey, we knew we weren't gonna be by ourselves. That's all I know.
Nick, you can't be on the couch because you was never invited to the couch.
It don't matter. It don't matter. We let
It
you right on
does, brother.
in.
You
No,
don't-
Hey, now, in
you
all
don't like
fairness,
us.
hey,
they had a chance to get in,
it don't
but
matter.
they blew that anyway.
Ronnie Cole, let me tell you something. We were first up to that. We just had drinks laid out for all y'all. First line put all y'all out.
True.
Hey,
Y'all are servers, man. You are simply servers. You're a bartender. How you
hey,
gonna hate from outside the club?
hey, don't matter. Don't matter.
No, I will not let y'all say that about my friend. The Hornets brought the boat.
Thank
You know how
you.
you gotta have a delivery person?
There
They
you go.
brought the boat.
Yeah,
All
absolutely right.
That's what it was.
That's better. That sounds better.
As for me, but outside of that, man, I had a great day today. As you know, I got my nice shirt on.
I see it. I see it.
Boy, I graduated from high school today.
Woo.
Appreciate y'all. I'm proud
Yes,
of my
sir.
Got my buttons on right here, each one of my boys. That is a
Yes.
good to see your kids walk across that stage,
Love
man.
it. Love it. That's what
It
I
is.
do.
I
Love
did
it.
something right. I did something right, family. So I
That's
appreciate
right.
Congratulations, man. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
And Mike, we know he is right around the corner.
Yes, sir.
Another week and a half, man.
Yeah, Mike.
We can change.
Yeah, man. I saw him cross that stage. I like, man, that's a beautiful thing.
Yes.
Hey, I don't
They,
know if
they
y'all
had to throw you out, did they? They didn't throw you out, did they?
No. Hey, we
You
control.
sure?
Mike,
I behave.
You didn't clap when they say wait to clap, did you?
Mike,
I don't know why they tell us that, but I know they say
I'm
that, you know.
expecting some onions to be cut that day.
You guys ready to get in this conversation?
I'm expecting some onions to be cut that day, Mike.
I tell you what, they might as well get the cuffs ready.
Since I can't let you go out alone, I guess we'll go together.
They gonna cuff us all. 'Cause if I can yell in that crowded stadium at USC for Jordan,
Right.
then you know I'm gonna yell in Owens Field for E.
They're going to kick you out, man. They're going to kick you out.
They gotta catch me first.
Hey, y'all ready to get in these conversations?
Yes,
Let's
sir.
rock and roll. You know
All
what
right.
we do.
Hey, man, as you know, we're going up to the East Coast. Hold up a second. Hold up. Let me drop it on you one more time.
I'm asking questions to find out how you feel inside. If I ain't rap because I flip burgers at Burger King, would you be ashamed to tell your friends to feel?
Oh, we talking about the East Coast rap. As you know, the month of June, we're going to talk about Lil Rap. So we're going to start with the lady in the house, Miss Riri. What's your thoughts on this rap game back in the day when I know you know a little something about the East Coast rap game. What's your name? What's your thought there, Riri?
Look, I like some of the new stuff, but boy, nothing hits hard like that 90s or that late 80s rap East Coast. I'm sorry. I try not to be disrespectful to the kids, to the youngins, but even they have to bob their head to some stuff. I mean, I see Big Pun up there, LL. I remember as a child when LL came out with I'm Bad.
Woo!
And so we literally lived in the country, right? And Dad would have to take us to grandmama's house because we weren't old enough to stay at home alone yet. So we'd be like, come on, hurry up, because every day, 8:00 a.m. Come on. Yeah. And we didn't want to miss the video, you know what I'm saying? It's like we got to be there to push, rappers. I mean, we was all into it. So it's nothing like it. I still play a lot of it. As a matter of fact, I was listening to Mia X today. I mean,
Yeah.
It's some of this stuff that's out now, some of it got a little, you can bop to it, listen to it, but I wonder. Oof.
Hollywood Code.
You see what I got on, baby.
Woo, hey, woo, tag, baby.
So many,
You
man.
listen.
So many to mention, man.
Man,
The
too
Woo.
many. I mean, this is like I love hip hop. I love East Coast rappers. I came up on East Coast rappers. I mean, all of the people you got up there were my favorites. I mean, then you want to come down south, you know, but I mean, you know, it's so man, listen. Like she said, the whole 80s for me, all the 90s, you know what I'm saying? You name it, I was with it. You know what I'm saying? Even guys you don't have up there, Eric B and Rakim,
Oh yeah.
Fuji rapping Polo. You know what I'm saying?
Big Daddy Kane.
That, you know what I'm saying? Stetson Sonic. I mean,
Rhymes.
Oh
the
yeah.
list goes on and on and on, man. This right here is it. I love it. Anything East Coast hip hop. And I mean, you know, I know y'all got another show for the West Coast guys, but those guys too. But yes, the East Coast rappers, yes, all of them.
The West Coast yesterday. So hey,
okay.
East Coast. So hey, we had East Coast this time, man.
I came up from a young lad on that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
oh yeah.
Mike, what's your thoughts on this East Coast rap game, my brother? Seem like we
First of all, let me
okay.
stop, drop, shut them down, open up down.
Yes.
Oh, that's a rough ride and roll. Man, let me tell you something, man.
We lost you.
Yeah, because Mike driving.
Yeah.
God, man, Limit. It all started in the Bronx. MC Shan, KRS-One.
Yes.
Oh man, we could go deep with it. But I love who you got up there, man. And as I said, we lost a couple of rappers this year, man. They hit hard. Big Pun. Yes. I'm not a player. I just crush a lot. Yo, come on, man. Come on, man. LL, you can hate him if you want to. The ladies love Cool J.
Ladies love Cool J.
The jingling, baby, booming system. Pink cookies in a plastic bag getting crushed by buildings.
Yes, sir.
What about doing it? You forgot doing it well.
Yes, sir.
I knock your block off. But anyway.
Mama said knock you out.
Oh, Lord, man. You got Big. I know you have Pac up there. It looked like I said
West Coast.
And who that right there on the far? Is that P. Diddy?
Diddy.
Okay, that's Diddy.
Diddy, Puffy.
Oh, you ain't get that Mob Deep.
Daddy.
Don't do that Mob Deep. Don't do
Mob
Deep ones.
The Mob comes equipped.
Ones. Oh man, let me tell you something, man.
The Mob comes equipped for warfare.
I got
the Lil Kim. You forgot Lil Kim, but I mean, can't put all of them up there.
Yes. Queen Latifah, Rod Digger.
Oh yeah.
Rod.
MC Light.
Yes.
Roxanne Shante.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Foxy Brown.
Yes.
Listen, man, I think Reese said it best. I like the newness. I got youngsters. They keep me on my toes, but ain't nothing like that 80s and that 90s, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, man. It hit hard. And I'm going to take it back. I'm going to get Riri as a witness on this. So we had old school against new school one night. If you bop your head or know the words
or shook your shoulders,
school, we get a point. And young school don't even understand that they're not even old enough to have classics. A classic is 20 years. Most of our youngsters was either 2, wasn't here, all that. So we can walk it out, brush the shoulders off. Bootsy, wipe me down. I mean, come on, man. We every song we hit, they knew and we won hands down.
You know, they tried to take some of ours. I was like, Gucci. They tried to take Gucci Man, remember? And we were like, wait a minute. We know Gucci out here with y'all new kids, but the Gucci we know came up with us. So y'all gotta let that go.
Hey, ain't nobody mentioned, y'all didn't mention Will Smith though. Fresh Prince.
Well, see, I didn't know if that was West Coast or where he was Philly. That's right, with Summertime.
One of the most slept on lyricists in the game that was
curses.
in the
Heavy D.
Hev, Waterbed Hev.
Rob Bass, DJ Easy Rock.
Yes.
It Takes Two.
I got one for you.
The
Lauren
party classic.
Hill. Oh yeah,
Lauren Hill.
Lauren
And the
Hill. We think
Fugees,
about
yeah.
her, yes, and the Fugees.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ready or not, here I come.
Yes, brother.
Right.
All
Gonna
that. Yep.
find-
The question I really want to ask is the impact of East Coast rap. How it really impacts your development, your growth. But because the thing I loved about the East Coast rap is the information that came across. Information that came across was so impactful. It transformed the way you thought. It transformed the way you look at life. And it was almost like a subliminal message that some people couldn't get, but we could understand. They're like,
Man, yes.
what are you talking about?
Nick, that made me think about Chuck D and Flavor Flav. Like 911 is a joke. I had the cassette tape. I remember just playing it on rewind, play it again, play. And honestly, it was a hot song, but it was true too. You know, we couldn't call it. It was telling the truth.
For me, hip hop was telling our stories. You know what I'm saying? It was telling everything that we were going through, that in when we were coming of age. You know what I'm saying? And it just told other stories of how we came up, what life is like in your average inner city or in your average, you know, at the time, black homes, because now you got these white boys getting into the game too. So, but you know, it just told stories of street kids and our generation and what we were going through and what our families were going through. I mean, it's just like, you know, you don't get our stories on the news. You get our stories in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you gotta be controversial to be heard.
Now watch this, Ronnie Cole. This
rappers rap about things.
Hold a second, Mike. Mike, 1 second.
Hold on, I'm about to get out the car.
This is the thing about the rap game that was so powerful. Even if you grew up in the hood, the rap game was still wrapped in a way to give you some sort of pride about, hey, I understand your mom and dad probably working a couple of jobs, you're in the hood, but you still can have some pride about coming up in the hood. And so it kind of gives you a sense of pride the way I can still keep my head up. And in the rap game, it would do that.
Because it made you who you are.
There you go.
That game and that where you came from and how you came up, it made you who you are. It polished you to be able to take on whatever you doing nowadays. You know what I'm saying? And you know, these young kids don't understand what way has been paid for them to make these big dollar contracts and hold money up to their ear. And yo, these guys did it for pennies sometimes, for nothing.
They really did it just to kind of say that, hey, people, you know, their voice could reach plenty of people across airwaves more than they would ever touch. But it kind of put us, that's what we say, the culture. New kids think they got that, but this is where the culture originated.
That's right.
And it made us, regardless of your skin tone, we knew that this was our music. And of course, you know, we started letting some people come in, you know. They was, I mean, I remember Vanilla Ice coming in. I'm gonna put him out there. I remember him coming in, but I don't remember where I was when this song came out. And I don't know what he was talking about. But I can tell you that I knew when Run DMC was out there rapping, I could, you know, I knew exactly where they were coming from, and I felt them. It wasn't just that it sounded good in the club or a skating ring. That was our club. But it's just like I say, it was just a culture, and it was like it meant something. It really
because it was ours. Because it's ours. It was ours.
Yeah, that's it.
Hey,
it was ours.
I'm gonna drop this. I'm gonna drop this. Oh, you got something you want to say, Mike?
Yeah. Also, rappers rapped about things that we wanted to do and wished that we could do.
Yeah.
Like, I got a Lincoln Continental and a sunroof
Cadillac.
You know, after school, I want to dip in a pool. You know what I'm saying?
Now watch this. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play this one song, and then we're gonna go into this topic right now. This is one of my favorites. Since you brought it up, Riri.
Oh, that's on my playlist. Yeah. Quiet
Yes,
Storm.
sir.
Pause and all, hit it with the fall, don't even know from a whole.
Pulling the wall.
Wanna clap, wanna rap me, put it right where
Oh man, look at here.
close to me, and it makes it
Even closer.
with the
Come on, Kim.
Bola.
cold shoulder with a hollow
Hollow
tip.
tip, man.
Kim.
Out of the batch.
The accent's a little Joe eating full buck.
Buck 50.
Niggas can kill me, but they coming with me. How about that?
Back only your fly like that. To make you feel dump them in the club. Have you ever eardrum the war uncut? Have it OD because it's never
Come on,
enough.
bruh. Mobb Deep, brother, one of my favorite groups, bruh.
Yes, yes.
Hey,
Rest
Rest in
Prodigy.
peace. Yeah, Prodigy.
Yes.
All right, family, let's get into this sports conversation. Family, tell you, that's the love of the rap game. Next week, we're going to be talking about some women. We're going to talk about the ladies next week in the rap game. So, stay tuned. All right, family. As you know, playoffs had a couple games and whatnot the other night. This is what the standings are looking like. The East Coast is done. The West Coast is just about done because some games played this past weekend, and we got to have a conversation about it. First, the Joker and the doggone Trey and the Joker sent the Blazers home, man. So, Ronnie Cole, we're going to go with you first this time. What's your thoughts on that game?
Well, it was a good game. I caught probably the end of the fourth quarter. I feel bad for Lillard, man.
Yes.
He's dragging them guys with him every single year. Somebody, either the front office or the guys that's around him, which I think he has enough to help them get over the top, man. But I just don't know what their downfall is. I don't know what their Achilles heel is. But I mean, man, this cat Jokic, man, a second round pick, and he about to be the MVP. Man, the dude is sick, man. 38 points. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
He just
hey,
freaks it, man.
yeah, hats off to the Nuggets. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I feel for Lillard, man. I need to see him advance in one of these playoffs.
Hey, we're going to talk a little bit more about Lillard in a second.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have that conversation. Hey, Mike, what's your thoughts on the game from last night, man? And Mike,
I saw it, man.
hold up a second, Mike. Don't you even get started. Don't you even try to put that little slide comment out there. I know you're going to try to go.
I mean, I'm holding it on reserve, man. I'm holding on reserve.
He's going to smack it out there like the big Joker.
You know what I'm talking about.
I had Portland winning. They were up. And I was saying to myself, that lead is dwindling. Damian Lillard can't do it by himself. McCollum going to have to be on Dame level. I thought Melo would score more than he did. And next thing you know, man, they caught the lead. They took it, and they just ran with it, and they had a firepower. The disgust in Dame's body, his body language.
Yeah.
Like, he was deflated.
He was defeated.
He was deflated and defeated.
Gave everything he could and still fell short at the crib.
Yeah. And I think that's probably a jab in the wound because you at home, man. If you put me out in Denver, I guess I can live with that. I guess. But at the crib, come on, man.
What's your thoughts, Riri?
So I just want to say that I did pick the Nuggets. I got that I wrote it on my notepad. But the beginning of this game, I don't know if y'all was watching. Well, Ronnie Cole, you said you was watching it by fourth quarter. Well, let me take you to the first quarter because I skipped from first quarter to like after halftime. First quarter, they had the Joker in foul trouble. It was a perfect setup for Dame and his crew to just pounce and stay pouncing. I don't know how they set Joker down. He picked up 2 quick fouls. So I don't know why they just didn't go ahead and just do what they needed to do then. But they messed around and let this dude get back in. And it was just like, it was over. And I think they realized it was over. And it was a couple of calls. I mean, you saw Melo had a couple of, shrugged shoulders that he felt like, the refs didn't call it. But, one of my things I always tell a guy, especially young guys, look here, the refs ain't gonna always call it your way. So the way to combat the refs and all of that stuff, put points on the board.
There you go.
If you put points on the board, it don't matter what the call is. Put points on the board.
And there's no need to fuss with them because they're not gonna change their call.
I'll wait till we get to the LeBron segment about that. But
all right, now we're not gonna talk about that. But okay.
But look here, I'm not even gonna go to that game. We're not at that game yet. But
we ain't there yet.
I just thought that I don't know. I was kind of hoping that the Blazers would pull it out because they were home. Even though they see stats that the road teams is out here killing home teams during this first round. So
they have been.
I'll tell you what. Oh boy, my bad. I really am. One thing I can say, man. Every time I mention, and Mike know what I'm going. Michael Porter Jr. should be in Charlotte.
Don't start that.
The first
that boy
quarter,
put on a 3-point festival.
That boy in the first quarter, it was 25 points, and that boy had 22 of them. I said, "Oh my God, this is."
He kept laying it on.
See my Nick man.
Dude,
that's a special dude. Riri. Ronnie Cole, Mike already knows, man. Every time I see Michael Porter Jr., man, it's like I get an upset stomach.
I gotta hit it like Jalen Rose. He nasty, boy. He nasty.
And that ain't like I said.
So what did Charlotte do? Did you pass on it?
Man, look, do you realize Michael Porter Jr. coming out of high school was the #1 ranked player coming out of high school? 6 foot.
Yes, he was.
All 4. Yep. The only reason Michael Porter Jr. didn't go as the #1 pick is because he played a couple of games with LSU and then he had back problems. And I think he even had a little small procedure.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
he did.
Yeah.
He slid. Charlotte had the #12 pick and they drafted Bridges over Michael Porter Jr. Yep. I just knew Charlotte was going to. I said, man, that's the piece that Charlotte needs. And this guy tried to tell me, he said, well, his first year he's going to sit out. I said, dude, do you realize Michael Porter Jr. is only 18 years old? He's a kid. If I got to sit him out for 1 year and benefit from him for the next 15, why wouldn't you do that? And then,
you know what, Nick? You know what? Being 18 and having surgery on his back, nobody saw this kid's potential. I didn't even see how good this boy was going to be, man.
I didn't think he was going to be good either.
Mike, let me show you.
You made a believe out of me last night. I'm just going to tell you.
He been the bomb. He been the man.
But this is the stupidity as doing it with Charlotte. When you have the 12th and the 13th pick, that's when you roll the dice on certain people. He wasn't a lottery pick. He was the 13th pick. So that's just like you said, Ronnie Cole, the Joker was a 2nd round pick. When you go past that top 10, now you can kind of like take chances because you're kind of like Charlotte just made the playoffs. So it's kind of like you want to roll the dice. Kawhi Leonard is another example.
Late 2nd round pick.
That's what I'm saying. That's when you roll the dice on players that coming out of high school, 6'10", that's why I keep screaming about Bo. Well, love that. Man, that's when you roll the dice. 13, 14, 15, the 2nd round, you roll the dice on players like that. That's my point.
Because they still developing.
There you go.
Right.
They still developing, and a lot of these GMs and these teams, they looking for the right now fix. You know what I'm saying? They've been in the dumps for so long. The fan pressure is getting to them. ownership is trying to pull strings to make these super teams, which I think is on the way out now. You know what I'm saying? But they trying to pull.
Don't count your boy out yet.
Nah. we
I don't
get
know
into
if the
that.
super teams on the way
We
out.
get
though.
into that game.
I mean, you still got Brooklyn.
Riri. Oh, and then you, Mike. Riri, why you say you don't think so? Then Michael want to hear what you have to say too.
So, like we talking about Porter Jr., right? I have to call him Porter Jr. Some of them guys playing with a chip on their shoulder, and I'm not mad because you did sleep on. So, I think that the talent, they may have made them go even harder because you look past them, right? So I feel you on that. But the super teams, I just think. So I always go back to Golden State Warriors, and before they won their first championship, how they would get right to the end, and then it was like they would fizzle away. They didn't go out and pick up a super player. You know, KD didn't show up until after they had already won. Remember? So I think they're gonna start developing their super team because look at the Nuggets and the Blazers. With the exception of Dame and Carmelo, had they advanced. Who else is on the? You got the Nuggets. You got Joker.
Jamal Murray, who was hurt.
Jamal Murray.
Imagine if he was there.
Jamal Murray was pushed around for some time, but and so, but they're not. They're a super. They're playing like a super team, though they don't have the. I guess we got to define what's the super team versus the branding.
Well, you gotta have
and Harden and who is it? Kyrie. They got their branding. They got the clothes, the gear, the kids, the fame. Some of these other guys, they got the talent. They just don't have those endorsements. Oh, yep. And CJ McCollum. You're right, Ace. I see you.
And I mean, I'm not saying that the super teams are on the way out. It's just, getting these big name guys on a team now. I mean, take Phoenix, for example. You know what I'm saying? Phoenix is probably going to be one of those teams that develop their super team, as you said, like Golden State. I think they're the next Golden State, to be honest.
Okay. I can see that. I don't know if Chris Paul.
If they play like they've been playing the last few games, from here on out, I don't see nobody beating them. Because Devin Booker, man. But we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Hold your horses, Ghost Rider. Mike, what you have to say, and I'm gonna tell you the reason why I'm going to say hold your horses. Mike, what's your thoughts on that super team with Ronnie Cole and definitely relating to this game?
Now, we on super teams. We ain't on Michael Porter Jr., right?
No, we talk about the game, but Ronnie Cole was saying he think the super team is going to be, and still people leaning toward the super team because Denver is more of a complete team. They really don't have they have a team.
Right.
They went through the draft, so he was saying super team.
And they missing Murray.
Yeah. So I want to know.
They didn't purposely stack. They didn't try to do a Kawhi, George Paul. They didn't try to do what Brooklyn did. They didn't try to do what LeBron did. They just, like you said, they was just naturally talented and they gelled. And ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Portland in that same line also, man. But I don't think stacking is going to go out of style because Brooklyn probably sitting back laughing. Embiid hurt. LeBron is out. Jamal Murray is out. Man, we about to stomp mud holes in these dudes and take it all the way to the house if we can stay healthy. So when you stack,
I don't know.
When you stack, and they will be stacking, you can trust me. I told you, we'll wait for your boy, but the king is in recruitment mode ASAP. He gonna get so many pieces together, and who's hungry and who want a ball, and it's just like that, man. And
I don't think
this thing been going on. This thing been going on since KD went to Golden State. I don't even think the big three, the original big three, Riri's boys, I don't even think they knew what they were doing. But I said to myself, if KG, Paul Pierce, and Ray, if all of them get anywhere near 20 points a game, they go into the championship. And I hate the Celtics. And I called that. I called it. Oh, here we go.
Boo.
Here we go.
Just wanted to go ahead and put that out there.
Man, if you don't put that watch around the ring, there you go. Everybody.
Hey,
But you know what?
this is the
I'm
reason-
old school. I don't believe in stacking because all the originators didn't do that. They just happened to be good. All them Lakers just happen to be good. All them Celtics just happen to be good. I'm talking about 80s. You know, the Detroit Bad Boys just happen to put a squad together and get it in.
Right.
You know, Rockets
See,
just
that's
happen
what I'm saying.
to be the Rockets moment. Charles
That's what I'm saying about the
Charles Barkley
super team.
started that team jumping. Now he want to talk smack.
Right.
He went to Phoenix, couldn't get it in. Well, let me go to Rockets. And he tried to join all the champions and all the guys he thought they could do damage. And age catches up to you eventually. Circumstances happen. You know, Karl Malone even tried to jump ship. And how dare you leave Utah after that long and go to LA to try to get a ring? He looked so out of place, it ain't make no sense, man.
And you look at I'm not saying that the stacking is going to go out because you always going to try to acquire good talent to go with better talent. But what I'm saying is you find the better teams. The teams that's making the most noise now are the teams that's been built, that have invested in their young lions. You look at Phoenix, you look at Atlanta, you look at Utah, you look at all these top Memphis. Don't sleep on these cats.
I was gonna say Memphis is an example of if we had one more person.
Didn't they get put out?
They did.
Yes, but
they just
what I'm
needed
saying
one
is,
more.
I'll even go with the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? You don't
Now
have.
I feel good. Make me feel
you don't
good.
have a bunch of big name guys that you know done been on everybody's team and proved themselves.
The trees talking. Hey, old school, believe in stick to itness. Stick to
There
it.
you
Right,
go. Stick to itiveness.
Right, sister.
But these teams that's making noise, they building with their young players, and these guys are starting to develop faster.
Well, I'm gonna make this one comment, then we're gonna move to the next topic. This is the reason why I told you to pump your brakes on the Phoenix Sun, man. Because I'm gonna let you know right now, that Spider-Man in Utah has already proven that he can score toe-to-toe with Booker in the Phoenix Sun.
I wouldn't doubt that.
Oh, I am looking forward to
So if those
seeing who the Nets. I want the Nets to go up against. I thought for me, you know, I'm a root for my Celtics now. Had my Celtics had their playing partners, we take out the injuries. I think we go toe to toe with them. And you know, I said that before. I was like, I think the game, because not all of them. Look at Kyrie's first game back in the Garden, in the real Garden, TD. Mike. He had how many points? Oh, you heard it.
They can go toe to toe with Brooklyn.
Oh yeah, you saying Jaylen Brown? You saying Jason Tatum? Kimber played sometime, but he's not even. You know, I want him gone. But look at Robert Williams. Look at some of our young cats. Man, we could go toe to toe with them. We know KD gonna score, but you know our guys will score too. You see what I'm saying? We didn't have all our parts. I think it would have been a better matchup if at least I get Jaylen Brown back on the court. Let's run it.
If is a poem by Rudyard
you know, Clyde got his ring on Houston State team. Who did Clyde play with, Ace Dog? I can't remember.
Clyde Drexler, he went to Houston.
Yeah, but he said he had a stacked team. I'm trying to figure out who was on.
He played with Elijah Wan, Sam Cassell,
right. Kenny Smith, Mario Kelly,
Kenny the Jet.
Oh, that is right. Look, Sam Cassell naming possibly become the next Boston Celtics head coach.
I doubt it.
To be determined. I know, right?
I hope so.
The next one. All right, let's go to the next topic.
Hold on, man. Riri said toe to toe. If is a poem by Rudyard Kipling. Now, the last time I heard something like that, somebody was talking to Mr. Rourke and they was looking for tattoo. This ain't Fantasy Island, man.
The question that's being
Mike, you wild, man.
I ain't even gonna talk about them Knicks. Your number one fan got
But let me get on. Can I get on Fantasy Island too? Can I get on the island? Well, shoot. if Big Mitchell Robinson was in the house, and all our shooters were hitting on all cylinders, if Julius was averaging 37.7 points a game, like he did in the 3 games he played against Atlanta in a season, we wouldn't have got rocked like that.
Mike, stop it. Stop it, Mike.
If we
Stop
had
it. I
AD,
didn't say who was. I didn't say who was on the court if they played to their potential. I said if I had my people that was on the bench that couldn't get on the court, I think there's a better outcome. That's what I said. I don't want to talk about your fantasy island. Randall didn't show up. Period. Point blank. He didn't
There
show
she
up.
go. If you ain't moving the goalpost, you're moving the rim. Stop moving the goalpost and the rim.
Let's talk about Dame Lillard and his subliminal message potentially leaving.
They ain't coming to Boston.
never.
Y'all don't have the assets. And the question would be, what would
Never.
you go?
LA, of course.
Can we just toss this out there with loyalty, though?
Hold up. Why do you
so
say
these kids? I just look at how these people, like Dame is loyal to a fault. Y'all know that to Portland.
Ronnie Cole said LA, and then I definitely want to get your opinion. Why do you say LA? And what reason?
Actually, I'm kidding. I don't think he's gonna leave Portland. I mean, he's loyal, like she said. I don't think he's gonna leave. Now, if he does, I wouldn't be surprised if one of the LA teams get him. I mean, he's from Oakland. He might go to Golden State. You never know.
I'm gonna put a twist. What's your thought, Riri? I'm gonna put it because you know he wants to get an opportunity to win a chip, and I'm gonna put something out there to make y'all think about it.
So Ronnie Cole, I kind of like that though. I like the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, because I mean,
you put a Lillard out there. You got a Klay Thompson. With everybody hopes he gets back. I mean, it's been the longest 2 years, probably not for fans, but for him too. And we saw Steph. That wouldn't be a bad. They're gonna make a run if they added him. They
back. If they add him,
I'm
back.
Like,
there we goes. Hey, Ace Dog just beat me to what I was gonna tell you guys, and I'm gonna rap with you. Ace one, the Golden State Warriors don't have the assets. Dame Lillard just signed a max contract. Instead of Dame Lillard leaving Portland, do not be surprised if CJ McCollum and other pieces is trade bait to get Karl Anthony Towns in Portland. Will be interesting.
That'll be something to look at. I mean,
but Karl Anthony Towns does not get Dame Lillard to a championship.
Yeah, I don't think that makes them better.
So I mean, it doesn't. To me, that's like I get peanut butter, but I don't get jelly. But you bring, some pineapples or something to the table.
Right.
But it ain't. But it ain't
that stale bread.
Yeah, but it ain't.
And I do this.
It ain't doing my sandwich.
I think Towns deserves to play on a big stage because he on a team that forever getting teed off on. Their record is horrible.
But this is the question I want to ask. Who would y'all rather have? Karl Anthony Towns or Nurkic?
Towns all day.
That's my point. It gives them a low post presence, a big man that's going to not foul out, and who is going to go after somebody like the Joker. So, Mike, I want to know your thoughts on Karl Anthony Towns coming there, because I believe they're going to have to move CJ McCollum. He's been with them for how many years? And they haven't gotten over the hump?
Man, you almost got me excited. I thought you said picture Towns coming to the Knicks. I was going to be like, yeah.
Bye.
Man, listen.
You wish, buddy.
Ain't nobody said that.
Boy, we going buddy. If that happened, we going straight to the second round.
Well, anyway, no, that ain't happening.
Cole, we need to get up. Me, you, and Mike T.
Well,
I know he in hiding.
He's a loyal. So I think that's going to try to bring pieces to Portland versus getting rid of Dame Lillard.
That would be a nice move, though, man, because like I said, I think that Townsend deserves to play on a higher stage and stop playing with a team that's just getting rocked, man.
I'm with you. Sorry.
I don't know, y'all. Dame had that look on his face.
Yeah.
Do y'all remember that look?
He was done. He had that Julio Jones.
He had that look like when LeBron was finished with Cleveland. The first time.
Same look.
He had the same look like, man, I ain't doing this no more. That's what he looked like. I know he dapped people up, but he literally had this look like, I don't know if I can do this.
I'm with the H-Dog. I think so too. Towns bring something different, man. And
He do, but do we get him over the Ace? I'm not saying he doesn't bring anything different. I'm saying, does he get him the ring? They ain't chasing the ring.
I think it gets them to
And it's time for him to get one.
makes them a better team.
At least get close.
Closer to one. Yeah, it's like he's just.
Listen, man, Cat is off the chain, man.
Cause watch this. If you, say for instance, you trade CJ McCollum and a couple other pieces to get Town.
I thought it was Nurkic only, man. You throwing CJ in there?
No. CJ McCollum.
Ace Dog through CJ McCollum.
Watch this. I got
Ace Dog is hurting right now.
I think he might be done with CJ, man. I mean, I understand why, man. CJ got to help that man out.
Because watch this. Watch what you can do. You can put Powell at the shooting guard. He's only 6'3". You put Powell at the shooting guard. And you also can get old boy who's at San Antonio Spurs right now, who's going to be a free agent. So
I just don't know.
Then you got Carl Anthony Towns as your centerpiece down at center. Collins is coming back, who was injured, but they mad they kept him in the trade. That's what I'm saying.
So he takes them from 7 to what? 5?
Right. That's my point. I don't. So to me, if I'm all in, I'm playing all in. If I'm going for the chip, damn it, don't just give me Carl Anthony Towns. Who else do I get? Because he's not going to get them any further. He's just going to be another piece on the puzzle.
7 to 5.
Watch this. Carl Anthony Towns would do what AD did for LeBron last year.
Last year don't count.
No,
Hey, watch
I'm sorry,
out.
Cole.
Now
I'm sorry, Cole.
wait just a minute.
Watch
we got to
it.
really, we got to.
Oh, hit that
gotta
like
put
Otis
our-
Day in the Knights.
If they played them and they got paid for them, they count.
They don't count.
All right, man.
They don't count.
That's why this conversation.
Hey, don't we have another subject up on the docket? We almost out of time. Don't we have another subject to talk about?
Man. Right, so, since you are the Laker fan,
Woo.
we're gonna let you go up the bat first on this game from last night.
As Ricky Ricardo would say, what happened?
Let me take a breath and take a moment of silence for my Lakers.
I'm with you, H-Dog.
Man, look. Devin Booker is still hitting threes right now.
Right now. He's gone to sleep, got up.
He woke up this morning,
Oh,
got his Cheerios, and drunk his orange juice and shot a 3 and hit it.
I feel like every
Man,
time I've been shooting the
look,
ball
just
since he was here.
Just having nightmares of basketballs going through.
Jalen Schroeder with his thinking he deserved $90-some million behind. I wouldn't give him 92 cents right now.
Yeah.
The game before that, you had 0 points. This game, you had 1 because you shot a free throw.
You
might have got some dirt points in the end. But come on, man. Devin Booker is just, he just hit another 3. Dog, I just don't know what to say. And everybody's is ragging on LeBron. And trust me, I've never been a big LeBron fan. I'm putting up with him because he with my boys.
Gotcha.
But
Respect.
I understand him right now because y'all knew what I was saying the whole year. If we have him in AD, a healthy him in AD, it wasn't no stopping us. But you saw what happened when they went out. We dropped from 3 to 7, 8. So I understand. I'm not taking nothing away from Phoenix. They beat the bricks off us. I think with AD, they probably would have whooped the smack out of it with Devin Booker shooting like he's shooting. So I just got to take my hats off. I got to take the Laker cap off to Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns.
Thoughts of the game last night.
Not taps. See, the white flag is up.
Look, I done waved it. Look, they done shot holes in it. I can't do nothing else.
Hey,
Oh,
that's a good
Book,
question.
Booker is a superstar.
Yes, there's no question about
I
that.
don't think you put him as a top 5 because John Morant
There
is
you go.
top 5 point guards, and
Riri,
I think he top. But
I'm saying, and when I say superstar, let me clear about what I definition of a superstar.
mhm.
5 in all the league. That means you're going to have to pick 5. Who is your 5? And like I said, I respect wherever your 5 is. That's your 5. And I say when I say superstar, top 5 players in the league. That means if Booker is in, he's kicking somebody out. Are you saying LeBron is out now?
I wouldn't have had LeBron as my superstar.
Why is
top
there a top
5.
5 only though?
Yeah, that's what. But see, that's what I'm saying, Mike. You're changing the criteria. I said top 5. That means
Top 5.
That's
Okay.
all. I'm leaving it at the top 5. I'm not changing it from that because what that does, it doesn't make it easy, make it difficult to pick 5.
Well,
You really think about it.
on your no GOAT conversation,
Yeah.
sometimes superstars are made right there on the spot, a la Jamal Murray. Now, what Devin Booker did back to back on LA, that's superstar status, man. Now, if he got to knock somebody out, then somebody who's done less than him
Somebody
needs
got
to
to go.
step out.
Okay.
Somebody
They got to go. They got to go.
This
And
is-
if he hadn't got cocky at the end of that game and had to be sat, he'd have got a cool 50.
okay.
Easy,
Yes.
easy.
Watch this, Mike. Name me your top 5.
Superstars right now,
Yeah, name me your top 5 players who you got top 5 right now in your list.
and position don't matter.
Whoever your top 5 is.
I'm going with Booker. It pains me to say this, but I gotta throw a little 12-year-old Trae Young in there.
Gotta put him in there.
Got to put him in there, man. I'm adding Steph Curry, Joker.
Wait a minute. Booker, Trey,
Oh,
Curry.
got one more to
Who
pick.
was- Okay. Joker.
So it's so many, man. I got him in there. I got him.
I was making sure I had yours.
Yeah. And I'm gonna throw Luka in there.
Okay, now watch this.
Okay.
Watch this. Riri, what's your top 5?
You know Tatum in there. I gotta have Tatum in there. I'm sorry. I mean, I know he ain't playing now, but I gotta have him in there. Devin Booker, definitely. Trae Young. Westbrook and Steph.
Okay, Ronnie Cole, what's your top 5?
Yo, I gotta go with Book. I gotta go with Trae Young. I gotta also go with Steph Curry. You know what I'm saying? Now the last 2 is kind of hard because I think it's a lot. It's a thin line now between who's a superstar and who's not.
Can you bring that last statement up?
Oh,
But for me, I would say Dame Lillard will be one of my top 5.
Ace is upset.
Dame Lillard would be one of my top 5. And I like Ja, man. I think Ja's gonna be one of these guys, man, that take Memphis places. You know what I
And
mean?
on that note, there were so many people that I left out because when you proposed that question to me, I got about 2.9 seconds to think of who's gotten busy. And it's just hard to do that, man. It's like them rappers you put up. There was so many left out. You can't put them all in.
Mike,
I would pull one off Reed, and I would pull definitely one off Ron Hollywood. Who you got, Nick?
But this is the point I'm trying to make. It was not designed to be easy. One,
oh, no doubt.
Mine doesn't change. I still have KD. I still have James Harden. I still have LeBron James. I still have Dame time. And I still have my 5th is Giannis. That's still my top 5 players as far as all players. Now
I got you. And you know what? I think we all at least had one player in common.
But
majority
No, and that's going to be my point. Everybody top 5 is different. I respect whatever your top 5 is. Even Ace Dog in comments said, y'all left Dame off because you didn't have.
Oh yeah, Dame is definitely in my top 5.
But when
Dame wasn't in my top 5.
But see, this is what I'm saying.
Wasn't in mine.
You only can have 5. It does not make it easy because you're like, man, I'm leaving this person out, but it makes the conversation that much more interesting.
But let me say this.
I think we should do next time. I'm gonna suggest we do 5 from the Eastern Conference.
Cause look,
5 from Western.
I had to throw him in there, T-Cham. I had to.
Right,
but I hate I left out Tatum, and I hate I left.
See? And there's nothing wrong. I don't have an issue with anybody top 5. If that's your top 5,
if it's designed to be difficult, it is.
Yes.
Point made. I get it, and I got it. I like what Reese said, and I think we did that before. Give me your top from the East. Give me your top from the West, and just go, because we're talking about impact now. And the top reason why I left them guys off, no disrespect to them, we're talking about impact, and I know I threw Curry in there. But what these guys have done, I never would have had Devin Booker in my top 5 if you'd have asked me this 3 days ago.
Right.
But dude,
Porter Jr. Mike would have slid in a close 6 the way he played. Yes.
Not in my top 5 because I go by, okay, I look at, we can stick with, like I said, these are top 5. If you're going to start that franchise and you got 5 players, these are my 5 who I'm going to start my franchise off with, and these 5 players right now. However you stack them up, however you position. If you want to, because now you know we're getting away from really the center being the centerpiece. You got more people being more guard centric. So
that's the way the game going right now.
That's the way the game going. So guess what? You say, hey, my top 5 will be 4 guards and a big man. If that's your top 5, I respect that. It's cool. But I want to
and Devin Booker,
Zion, Zion got to be in there somewhere.
I want us to focus. We got a couple more spots to go through. Booker was killing it, so I just want to kind of talk about it again because there's a crucial question I want to ask, and because we getting tight on that time, Booker went off, but I want to ask this question: LBJ walked off the court last night.
I thought that was the game before last.
No,
last night
he did it again. He walked off the court without shaking anybody's hand, even though he came back and gave congrats. And me and someone on Facebook, we were chatting. What do you guys think? What's your thoughts on LBJ doing that? Walking off.
Can I go first? I'm sorry, Brother Cole, but
go ahead. Because I probably feel the same way you do.
This has been one of my things about LeBron James since before even Laker time. All right. So I hate, and I pointed it to my husband last night, and I saw it. I was like, look at this. Look at it. Look at it. He's talking about, you know how you do. I say, exactly. If you are big enough to get out there and play with the big boys, guess what? At the end of the day, somebody gonna lose the game, right?
Exactly.
So if you the winner, I don't see how you all smiles and want to be in everybody else face and dapping them up. But when you the loser, you leave. Now, I didn't know until this morning that he came back on there and brought Devin Booker a signed jersey and, hugged him and chatted it up with him. But to me, so say I just had that first instinct of what I saw, and I've seen him do it so many times that is what pisses me off with him as a player. See, to me, when you talk about superstar, I think you got to hit it on all cylinders. You can be competitive. You got to be offensive and defensive, but you also got to be a realist at the end of the game. You know what I'm saying? You're still supposed to be that sportsman-like, and you a figure. You in Hollywood. You're in LA, one of the biggest stages. Everybody watching you. And it pisses me off and makes me think, oh, when you don't win, you take your ball and go home. And so that was my thought, but it's always been my thought. And he showed me yesterday that he continues to do the same thing. Sorry.
What's your thoughts on Hollywood?
My sister. Yes.
I mean, I'm pretty much on with Riri. I mean, I I don't like it. I never liked it when he did it at Cleveland. I never liked it when he did it in Miami. I think it's poor sportsmanship. You know what I'm saying? Like she said, when you out there winning, you're all 32 of your teeth, all 500 of your teeth showing. You're jumping up and down. You're throwing powder and all kinds of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, when you lose, at least be a sportsman. At the end of series, it's customary for you to go and shake the other team. Hey, I can see if this was, even though he did it in the game previous to that, I still didn't like that. Because
but I think it wasn't the end though, right? It wasn't the end of the series.
He left the bench. He left the bench early. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Stay. If you leave at the end of the game with 0.1 second left, all right, that's cool. But let the time run off. That ain't no big deal. But if you do that at the end of the series, and you know at the end of every series you shake hands, you get a other team your best or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Do that, man. Don't be class. I think that's classless. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, I didn't know that he came back and traded jerseys or gave Booker a jersey or whatever. I think it was to save face because he felt like people was going to give him the business for it, which he deserves if that's the case.
But Ronnie Cole, I didn't see him on screen last night come back though. No, what it was is I saw it on Twitter. They traded jerseys.
Yeah, and I saw the picture on Twitter too. I didn't see anything. Like I said, I didn't see it. I heard you say it, and I saw it on Twitter. But actually, I didn't even see him leave the court because we were getting whooped. So I turned the game off.
I saw it. And the camera went straight to him, and followed him right down that little tunnel.
What's your crazy, Mike?
Now, LeBron James has stood up for Black Lives Matter, police brutality. He went against old girl who told him to shut up and dribble. Very outspoken. LeBron says, I have sons. Brother, you have too many youngsters looking up to you. Y'all hit on all the good points. You're 18 years in. You're 36, man. Within 5 minutes or so, with your expertise, you know whether you're going to win or lose. Now, when you walked off in game 5, I was upset. Too many brothers and sisters out there vouching for this dude, where he went to go get treatment, where he had to decompress. No, man. You take your lumps. You earn your stars and stripes. I could see if y'all had fought and y'all had to be separated. But for when you leave and you walk off like that, you're telling your team, even if it's true or not, yo, you know what, man? I'm better than y'all, man. I did my job and y'all let me down. You learn that when you're a child. I coached Little League soccer, baseball, basketball, and football. And my number one pet peeve is sportsmanship. You don't yell at nobody in your face. And y'all know I've been talking to E forever. E, you're going to lose and you're going to win. You're going to walk off that field or that court with your head up, man. Mm-hmm. We ain't going to let nobody talk junk. Because E don't talk junk. That's what I do. I'm good at it. And I said, if you're going to kick all those goals and laugh when we win, then get ready for them L's and have the same energy, man. Your job is to get better and better and better and better and better, man.
So you won't feel like that.
When Ridgeview beat Florida last year, and LR gave them their first loss when they was undefeated, I saw the look in E's face. It ain't too often you see him mad, but he was mad. And he came back and he gonna play even madder. But at the end of the game, yo, man, good game. He dapping up. It's all good. And my whole thing is, that's that new generation. I'm sorry to say that, man. These youngsters, man. Yo, You just dropped 47 on me? Bro, I ain't signing my jersey and giving you nothing, man. I'm still steamed. Get out of here.
Yeah. But did you not see AD? And so it really ticked me off just a little bit last night. And I'm sorry, Nick. But AD, who had went out after like 7 minutes, which I don't know why he even tried to play, but I get it.
5.
5. Yeah, I tried to give him the warm-up time. But
at
the end of the game, he was still out there dapping people up, talking to him. I mean, it was and then he limped off. If you go back and watch the clip, He is hurting. This man is hurting. He limps off to the locker room, but not before he gives those kids just props. Some of those kids on those other teams, on the other team on the Suns, they look up to LeBron as a superstar. I mean, at the end of the day, people are like, "Oh my God, I'm playing against LeBron James."
Right.
A handshake or whatever. Hey, young blood, keep it up. Anything motivates them because we don't want to talk about it, but he on his way out. Like, he's already hit the pinnacle in this league. He on his way now where you coming down and you on the back end. Now you supposed to be like Uncle Snoop in the rap game.
Right.
Right?
One thing I'm going to say, and even H Dog, and I held off putting what H Dog said, now I'm going to post it. LeBron James
H Dog Isaiah. How that worked out.
Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen does not have any respect for Isaiah Thomas.
Exactly. From that. Oh, what year was that, y'all? What year was that? I remember the game.
And you said something, Riri, which is so true. As you know, LeBron James is almost like the ambassador for the NBA.
Too big for that, kid. Too big for that.
A lot of these players, man, look at LeBron as an example because what he does on as well as off the court.
Off the court.
And
right.
He did it 2 games ago, and some people said, well, he was going for treatment. How do you know he was going for treatment? I'm going back what I saw. When I saw the dude, you walk off the court, the game not even over. And my thing is that you're being that example for the other players. And you look when Memphis Grizzlies lost to the Utah Jazz, they stayed there, gave them down. When the New York Knicks lost to the Atlanta Hawks, stayed and gave them down. When
Celtics lost to Brooklyn,
all the
Kyrie is up there hugging and they all are talking. It's supposed to be a camaraderie, right?
Me, I felt it was disrespectful. Yeah, he came and went and by trying to save face, he took that picture to save face and pointed at Booker like, yeah, this is they won. Nah, you should have did that while everybody, because your rest of your teammate, my thing is that I learned growing up, you never leave your teammates behind. All the rest of your teammates out there giving them credit, and you're the only one that went back in the back.
Yep.
It makes them look so small, man. I mean, dude, you gotta. What Bronny James supposed to see when he see that? What the other kids across America supposed to see? All them people you paid to go to college, that whole neighborhood you took to the amusement park, all them centers you put up, man. When you walked off, all I could picture is that short Tommy Hearns set in that alligator bag and them 3/4 boots, man, and just walk off.
When he picked up his keys and that's my favorite meme.
Exactly.
When he pick up his keys.
I'm gonna make this last comment, and y'all go and check it out for yourself, man. And then we get to the next one. Did you see the type of car that Booker came to the game in?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, that was nice.
Training day.
What he had?
Training day. Remember the car Denzel had, that black car?
The Monte Carlo.
The Monte Carlo, buddy.
That's how he rolled up in the Staples Center last night.
And that's how you supposed to roll. Straight gangster.
I love it. And he was.
Question is, what do you guys think is going to be, and we'll keep it short because we definitely, what you guys think is going to be the next step for the Lakers? What you pretty much see them, as you know, the goal for the Lakers is winning the chip. We're going to go with you first, Mike. What you pretty much see the Lakers trying to do in the near future? What you think they're going to try to accomplish?
Make Space Jam 3. Talk.
Riri.
Bro, you out the chain.
Yeah, he is. Yes, he is.
I didn't know he was doing a photo shoot.
He wasn't recruiting, Mike.
So this the catch, in my mind. I think the Lakers got to regroup because they have to prove that last year, that bubble championship, and I say it because
the real championship, we're still the defending champion.
Well, not as of last night. Not y'all ain't defending nobody else. I don't know if you saw it, but
the world ended the day we be the last champion.
But I think they have to regroup. I think they look and see whether or not Kuzma worth the fact that they kept him on the board. Kuzma didn't show up. You know how we had this list of people that didn't show up?
Like all season.
But you know what though?
But they kept him.
I think LeBron those alienated because when Bron came there with AD, man, everyone felt like Kuzma was going to be the third option on that team.
But they got rid of some of the. Remember, so I recall they traded off my dude Lonzo Ball.
Ingram.
Traded off Ball. They traded off Randall. Who else had they traded off?
That I did not like.
No,
and they kept Kuzma like he was supposed to be the next it.
Yes,
and he put an S and an H in front of that because that's what he played like. He ain't did it nothing while he was out there. But I'm surprised they kept him. But then last year you get rid of Dwight Howard and you get rid of Rajon Rondo. So I don't understand what made them kind of let go of some of the pieces. I know it was 1-year contracts, but why would you? If I have a winning recipe for a cake, I think I've said this before. If I got a banging pound cake recipe, I don't change it out. And if I do, I might add. Somebody might say, "Well, add this to it," but I don't take my foundational pieces away. Now, of course, you got to replace stuff. I don't understand, but I think they got to go back and I get you, Ronnie Cole. You a diehard Lakers fan, but in their mind,
I'm also a realist.
In my mind, I feel like they got to prove to the rest of the world and to themselves that they can win in a regular NBA season.
All right. What's your thoughts, Ronnie Cole? What do you think your Lakers need?
Well, I think, not like Mike saying that he going out there and recruiting. But I do think, they're going to hit the free agent market hard. They're going to try to find somebody to put around him, another, whatever's the most valuable free agent that can fit with him and AD. They may do some trade stuff with Kuzma, which I think they should do. I'm like Riri, they should have never. I mean, I was under the impression that he was, gonna be, one of the next good Lakers. I ain't gonna say great Lakers, but he was gonna be one of the next pretty good Lakers. Mm-hmm. But I wasn't against shipping his butt out of there either. But I mean, I wanted us to acquire some good pieces for that. But I don't know. I think, Pelinka and the guys up front, they're going to go and get the work. Of course, they're probably going to add LBJ's opinion in there. He may not take nothing to do with it. But I think they're going to try to find a good piece to put with him. If they give Schroeder $92 million, I'm retiring as a Laker fan. I'm telling you now. If they give him $92 million,
can you repeat that, sir?
If they give him $92 million, I'm ghost.
No, he didn't accept the $84 million at the offering, and then the playoff game, it clearly showed that Schroeder's not worth $84 million.
Now they offered him 84, they should go down and offer him 4 after the playoff.
Schroeder had like 8 points up to like the fourth quarter. Up to the fourth quarter, he was in single digits.
Yeah, 20 last.
Listen, y'all, it's safe to say after Schroeder's point-shaving performance over the last 2 games, brother, I will put blonde dye in my hair and put on a jersey, and I will walk in as Schroeder if they kick off 92, anywhere near 84, whatever. No, my brother, your stock has went down.
I don't know, but I will tell you though, he may have scored the points, but he was on defense.
Yeah, he played.
He kept him in the game.
He's fell all on that court.
He held
over the court.
He held Booker to a cool 47.
Nah, but no one.
They was double teaming Booker the second half.
Man, they doubled him. Listen.
But Booker,
did they double team him? Shit.
The second half they did. The first half they did.
It don't sound like they no teamed them.
My thing, to me, man,
I'm bad about that, yo.
This is gonna be my thing that the Lakers really gonna have to decide if Frank Vogel really is a good coach.
No,
shut that down. Schroeder, Caruso, Wesley, get them all out of there.
My thing is that how is it that you signed Montrezl Harrell from the Clippers? You're 6th man of the year from previous year, and AD goes down, and you rarely even play Montrezl Harrell.
You pick up Drummond and you don't play him right.
And you don't play play Drummond. Harold sitting over there collecting his check, and I ain't mad at him and saving his body.
Him and daggone Drummond got there, and they sat on the bench and collected dust during that time.
Yeah.
But you played Kuzma.
Right. Riri, don't get my blood pressure sky
I'm sorry.
high.
I'm sorry.
I
I'm
took my
sorry.
medicine today, so I should be all right. You about to, my top about to blow off.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it. So I don't even know if the Lakers need to really. They got pieces. So it begs the coach might be the problem because they had pieces on there to run with the Suns.
All right, let's talk about these upcoming games as we clear down towards the end of the show. The game tonight, man. Do y'all think the Dallas Mavericks close out tonight?
No,
I'm so
because
sick of the Clippers.
everybody has won on each other's home floor.
That's what I'm going. Yeah. What
I'm
you
sick
think?
of the Clippers.
And they playing in Dallas tonight.
In Dallas?
Mhm.
It's over.
What you think, Riri?
I'm sick of the Clippers.
I'm so
I'm so sick of them.
either you're gonna be a
no
championship
way.
team
Yeah,
or you're gonna be bums.
My daddy
Pick
said
one.
either you're gonna poop on the pot or you're gonna get up. Now, God darn it, I'm sick of them. This shouldn't even been a close series, but they have, for some reason, their lackluster performances have gotten us to this point. So if Dallas go ahead and dust them out, I don't think either the two gonna make it past whoever they play next. So
Let me tell you something, man. There hasn't been any game sevens on either side, East West.
now with the politics,
Let's
it
keep
might
it
be
that
one
way.
this time.
Let's keep it that way. If the Clippers are made out of anything tonight, it'll show. But that Luka show that's gonna happen tonight at the crib.
With Mark Cuban over there throwing down all kind of confetti and
watch who gonna have a good game tonight.
Which who you think gonna have a good game? Paul George?
Unicorn.
Oh, Kawhi?
No, I said unicorn.
Unicorn. Who's Unicorn?
Luka?
Porzingis.
Oh, I can't never call him. You see me? Who?
Can he get out of his own way first?
All right. All right. The game.
What about you, Nick? You can tell us what you think.
I think the Clippers. I think the Clippers going to. I agree with Ronnie Cole. Everyone's wanting each other home court. I think it's going back to LA, and the seventh game is what's going to be interesting. So, all right, man. The game I think a lot of us been waiting on is this here.
Yes, sir.
I'm ready to see what happens on this series here.
Nets.
Who y'all think going to win this series?
I don't know. Giannis got some help this time. You know,
I got the
season,
Nets. I got the. You know what? I just don't believe in Giannis, man. I just don't believe
help,
him.
though. He got help.
Okay, you got Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton, and I see it. I see it, but I just can't see them getting past the Bucks. Excuse me, the Nets. I can't see the Bucks getting past the Nets. Not at the crib tonight. Y'all asking for the series?
Oh, they play. Yeah. Oh, they play Saturday, Mike. They play this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
7:30.
I see it June 5th tomorrow.
Yeah.
I got the Nets, man.
You talking tomorrow or series?
Let's look at the series. I mean, who you think got this series? Ronnie Cole.
Man, for me, it's a toss up. Like Riri said, you know, Giannis got him a little help, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. I got Jersey in 7.
I really think this.
I got Brooklyn. I'm sorry, I got Brooklyn in 7. I got Brooklyn in 7.
I think it's gonna be a real tough series, man. And I agree with you, Riri. Giannis got help now, and now I think it takes a lot of pressure off of Giannis. But the thing that concerns me about Giannis, that joker's a terrible free throw shooter.
But have you seen anybody stop him in the paint? Now you talk about Kyrie and Harden and KD, they shooters. Who guard Giannis? I just want to know.
Said something that is so key, and I agree to 110%. And me and Mike talked about this. You said who's going to guard Giannis in the paint? But the problem is Giannis like to take the ball and be bringing the ball up like he's a point guard, and that was going to get him in trouble against the Brooklyn. If the Brooklyn do what the Toronto Raptors did last year, even though they don't have the defensive player that Kawhi was last year, I think that hurts Giannis. But if Giannis let Holiday and those guys handle the ball
Mhm.
close, that's a different ball game. That's a different Giannis and a different beast in itself. So you make a valid point.
I think let's see if Giannis bring the ball up tonight, and if it get him tomorrow, and it get him tossed up in there, they'll change it. I think the coaches will change it. They got to change. But have you seen that dude? That dude is huge.
Hey, I'm not with you, Riri. I'm with you.
That's a huge. Hey, I know we got the shooters. I know the three.
I just think it's gonna be too much KD and too much J Hard.
Too much Kyrie.
Yeah, but you
all of the
gotta hope
above.
that they all on the same cylinder though.
I'm
You
with
see
you.
what I'm saying? Even though it's three and they all can score. And James Harden actually, look at me, about to give him props. He'll be the key to that series. He's the constant. He's the constant. The beard is the constant.
Yes, man.
KD ain't the constant. Kyrie ain't the constant. The beard is the constant. So it's gonna depend on how he plays.
Gotcha. All right, family. It's been a great, amazing show. Hey, we're gonna have some parting thoughts. We can throw Riley Hollywood Cole, man. Got some parting thoughts for us, my brother.
Hey man, y'all go out, have a good weekend, do something fun, but be safe. That's all I got.
What's your thoughts, Miss Riri? Appreciate you, Miss Riri.
I appreciate y'all, fellas. Let me hang out with y'all today. That same thing, kind of with Hollywood Cole. I was reading the story earlier. This 18-year-old, I can't remember where she was. It wasn't in South Carolina. Graduated and was at the gas station pumping gas after graduation and was killed by a drive-by. We gotta quit killing each other. An 18-year-old, we have got to do better. And I'm gonna continue to say that. That's always gonna be my parting words. Is that we got to look out for each other, and we got to teach these kids that we are all we have. And we are it.
Yeah, man.
And so I hated to hear that. Prayers.
I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, if I will send it to you. I was reading that earlier, and
that's Columbia.
Did something for me. No, it wasn't Columbia. It was not Columbia. Just be safe. I'm like Ronnie Cole on that. Be safe.
Mike.
Well, on that news that everybody just said with the safetyness, man, and we gotta look out for ours as well, man. I'll have more Laker memes coming out. They'll be nonstop because some of these dudes want to tell me about what the Knicks won and this, that, and the other. Let's not act like the Knicks ain't beat the Lakers in '73. I don't care how long it was ago. So the memes are rolling. Listen, props to Hollywood for coming on, man, because when I came on after my pain and agony and suffrage, I had to tough it out too, man. So you get mad props, but the rest of them Lake Show fans gonna feel this wrath.
Look, after this show, I'm gonna pull a Homer Simpson in the trees.
Hey, I put my baby picture up, man. He rest in peace. He was a Laker fan too.
I'm loving it.
He was a Laker fan too, so he would have hated to be in this house last night, but
love it.
Well, family, it's been a great show. Appreciate all our guests, Ronnie Hollywood Cole, Miss Sister Riri, and of course, as you guys know, and I'm Nick, and got my brother Mike. Welcome, guys. Thank you, guys. Make sure you guys continue to support us. Thank you, guys, for tuning in with us today on Special Guest Friday. Everyone be blessed. Eddie Brooks!
What? 30 years alive.
He wait till the last minute in the fourth quarter, just like LeBron and them, to try to kick it off.
And for Mama. Hey, that's right, man. That's my brother. My brother know I love him, man. So, hey, definitely. Mama.
Brother Brooks, man. What's good? Always good to hear from that brother, man.
Appreciate you. Love you, man.
All right,
I'm Nick.
I'm Mike, y'all.
Military Brothers Talking Sports. Peace.